But do you think anybody on the roster could potentially become the star?
For me personally, it's too early to say. I know there's a ton of players that I can cross out right now, and that's basically everyone except Obi and RJ. Knox, I don't
like
see it.
bum
I just
juice.
don't.
Look like
Come
bum
on,
juice.
everybody gives him every excuse in the book. He's young, he's this, he's that. We finally brought in his coach. He looks worse off now than he did last season. And we brought in his coach, his personal coach. He's doing worse. It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, unless he just decides to, I don't even know what he needs to do for me to be convinced, because he can go and drop 30 tonight and I'm still calling him a bum. He needs to drop 30
before, right? What was it? Isn't his career high 33 against the 76ers?
I've never seen him drop over 20 points, to be honest.
I think he had a 30-point game. Google it. See if you can Google it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up right now.
I think it was against the 76ers. He dropped 30. Might have been the best game of his career ever. Oh, I mean, hopefully he can get it together, because he's a high lottery pick for us. 31, yeah. So he was a high pick for us.
Against the Sixers.
Yeah. What was that?
And we still lost that game.
Yeah, we lost. We
still lost by 3 points. He should have scored 35.
Yeah, but hopefully Knox can get it together. And DSJ, I wanted DSJ to get the start so we could see what we got from him, but I'm about to jump off the DSJ ship completely.
Peyton's been playing consistently good basketball.
He's by far the best facilitator on the team. The only issue with Peyton is he's too buddy with Randall, and the fact that he can't shoot.
Yeah.
So we still have poor spacing.
Yeah, but like you mentioned, he can at least move the ball around.
Yes.
And he's already shown that he can have triple doubles. He's a guard who can rebound.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of if he does it or not. I feel like, hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end or by the trade deadline, we move Randall. I feel like as long as he's on our team, there's no way that our players are going to grow.
That's a fact.
He demands the ball too much. He turns the ball over too much, and we're investing way too much time in him. And as long as he's on the roster, Tibbs is going to play him.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I wanted him off the team. I got some realistic rebuilds where every single one of them I traded Julius Randle. I want no parts of Julius Randle. There's no need for him to be on our team at this point.
Nope.
He's a talented individual, but he's a player that needs a legit point guard that's going to let him know, you are not the point forward. This is my show. I'm running it. And you need to go in the low post somewhere and operate when I give you the ball. On this team where he's with a bunch of younger players, nobody's going to be like, all right, Randall, get out of here. This is what's going to happen. This is the play I'm going to call, and you need to listen. You're going to have to rely on Tibbs to scream from the bench and say, Randall, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
So hopefully Tibbs can get a hold of him and be like, chill. But then again, Tibbs is more favorable to veterans. So if Randall's out there on the court, he's going to let Randall do his thing, I'm assuming. And Tibbs is not really an offensive-minded coach. Tibbs more worried about making sure we don't give up easy buckets. So offensively, it seems like Tibbs is kind of letting them do as they please out there. You don't see too many plays getting called. Exactly. We don't have gifted scorers on our team or players that are developed to the point where they can just go out there and get a walking bucket, be an instant point,
Yeah, they thought Randall would be that person, but he's not. There's no way you could be a legitimate scorer getting 5 turnovers a game as a power forward.
Facts.
There's no way.
With a low shooting percentage. You shoot 43-45%. And
36.
For that game,
as a power forward, you're not taking threes, so why are you missing so much?
Well, I think he's trying to expand that part of his game.
He took 3 threes that game. He made 1, but most of his misses were from the paint.
Yeah. It's
I can't.
And then Mitch is almost the exact opposite. Mitch is highly efficient when he gets the ball, but he still does dumb stuff, this time defensively, getting fouls. So it's a conundrum at that 4 or 5 position.
It's like, do you just play them together and hopefully one takes over and one
right? Do they cancel each other out?
Exactly. Can they?
Right.
But no, we'll just end up with a bunch of personal fouls and turnovers.
Exactly.
So.
Like last game. Because I think we had a boatload of fouls last game. Mitch had 5. I mentioned.
Yeah.
Did anybody else have a lot? I think Obi had like 4, right?
Let me see. For personal fouls, as far as a lot, Randall had 3. Mitch had 5. Frank Ntilikina fouled out. He had 6. Ntilikina
That's
had
crazy.
6. Obi, no, he only had 2.
When he had 2, okay. So maybe it was Frank I saw that had a crazy amount of fouls.
Hey, he fouled out. Wow. He fouled out in 11 minutes of play.
What was his plus
this
minus?
Is a defender.
His plus minus had to be like -7.
No, it's only -1.
Oh, well, he wasn't on the court much. Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, you know what makes sense? He was on the court a lot with Quickley. So if Quickley's plus minus is going to be 0, then you're going to say Frank Nitty's isn't going to be too far off.
Yeah.
And you saw Frank benefit a lot from Quickley.
No, yeah. He was even getting himself open. He hit a 3.
Exactly, yep. And that was and if you watch that play, Derrick Rose, he couldn't close out on Frank Nitty because Quickley was right like about a few steps next to him, and it was like pick your poison. And I think everybody's going to agree you'd rather have Frank Nitty shoot that 3 as opposed to Quickley.
Which is crazy because like why are so many players worried about him when he hasn't technically played and he's not a lottery pick by any means? Yet it's like everybody's watching his tapes and like, oh, this is the guy to watch out for. Don't let him shoot. This is Klay Thompson. Like,
you want to know why?
Why?
Because there's nobody else on our team to game plan for. Who else are they going to game plan for? It's not like RJ out there doing anything special. RJ beats you to the spot. He kind of seals you off, and then he tries to lay the ball up. There's no player on our team that's going to have a specific skill set that you have to really game plan for. Just don't let RJ get into the paint. Don't let Randall get into the paint. Pretty much just don't let everybody else get into the paint, and don't let, Quickly shoot. Yeah. Quickly.
And what the second game pointed out to me is that in the first game, technically, we don't have a closer.
Yes, we don't have a closer.
Remember the first game we were up by like 16 in the fourth quarter or 20, and we almost lost. Like they were coming back. We don't have a closer.
RJ did have one bucket, an easy bucket down in the paint that I think we were up by like 4, and it put us up by 6 with like 2 minutes to go.
Yeah,
something like that. But other than
that, like we was up by like 20. Why did it get this close? Mind you, you're a Knicks fan when you see your team up by 20 in the fourth and you're still worried that they might lose.
In a preseason
once we hit 20, I'm like, damn, son, we could still lose this joint. And then once I saw the lead diminishing, I'm just like, yeah.
It's like 2K.
We're still the same.
2K start changing the sliders when you go up by 20.
Word, they be cheating.
OD.
But yeah, and then in the second game, it was tied going into the fourth. The only difference between us and them is that they had a closer and we didn't.
Yeah.
And it just got away from us.
They had ways to score when they needed to, and we don't. Especially with Quickley on the bench. And people are going to listen. I'm not saying Quickley is a superstar. I'm not saying you put Quickley on the court and all our problems are solved. But if you check out the film or check out the video I just posted yesterday. Oh, no, I posted it today. Yeah, I posted it today. If you check that video out, you'll see the team looks completely different offensively. I also made a video for the first game. Just mirror them. Just go back and forth and see how tight and narrow some of these driving lanes are for the players on the Knicks. And you put Quickley on the court, and like that, people are able to get into the paint. You're able to break down the defender. You're able to get Mitch an easy bucket. You're able to get Obi an easy bucket. And the problem with the Knicks is we don't have too many players that can get their own shot. So you want shooting out there so that these players can get into their spot, and it makes whoever's out there facilitating, it makes their job a lot easier as well, because these lanes are going to be a lot more open for them to pass the ball. And that's pretty much what you got to look at.
Absolutely. Like just him being out there spaces the floor, which makes our offense flow.
Exactly, flow and rhythm.
Yeah.
But all right, Inf, we'll wrap it up here.
All right, cool. This was good.
Yeah, you watching the game tonight, or you gonna be shoveling?
Oh, no, I'm watching.
Oh yeah, you got a shovel down, bro. God bless you.
Nah, I already put all the salt out. The salt out, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm over here talking trash like I don't got a shovel too.
Yeah, you tight. I'm sure you didn't even put the salt out, did you?
I did not. I gotta go help Grandpa out. All All right. So once again, this is the Knicks State of Mind podcast. I'm Quis. That's Inf.
I'm in.
Oh yeah, you can say it yourself. My fault. Sorry for stepping over you.
Nah, you good.
All right, we're out.
All my stress.